Have you been struggling with insomnia for a long time? The root of your problem is probably not what you think. Maybe you've tried meditation, deep breathing, counting sheep, going to bed at the same time every night, and none of that seems to work. The real reason you are not sleeping probably has very little to do with the original source of your sleep problem. Most initial sleep struggles start with very obvious sleep disruptions that you can pinpoint. It could be a move to a new city, relationship problems, job stress, chronic pain, etc. However, if your insomnia becomes chronic, lasting more than a few weeks, it's usually not just because of the initial disruption. The real problem is your fear of wakefulness. This is huge, and most people don't get this. And if your original disruption is not resolved, you're often dealing with both added stressors, making sleep a huge challenge. Let me explain. When you start to realize that sleep is a struggle, your brain automatically goes into problem-solving mode. Why? Because we are told that good sleep is necessary for survival, and our bodies are naturally wired for survival. So if you are not getting what you believe is needed for survival, your brain tries to solve the problem. Unfortunately, that's what's keeping you awake. And it's a bit ironic, right? In other words, trying to survive could look like scouring the internet for sleep solutions, asking for help on various Reddit threads, watching countless YouTube videos about insomnia, like this one, reading books, you name it. However, if none of those strategies or tips work, you begin to fear what will happen to you if you don't sleep, and your sleep confidence begins to lower. Suddenly, being awake for too long or too often becomes the enemy to your brain. That in itself puts you in a hyper-arousal state, which keeps you wired. That means you cannot calm your brain down enough to sleep, even though you know you need sleep and you haven't slept well for days or even weeks, maybe even months. Your brain won't let you sleep because it's too busy trying to find a solution and you fear being awake. In other words, trying too hard to sleep is keeping you wired. So in order to cure your insomnia, you need to break this fear of wakefulness. The best way to do this is to focus on relaxing instead of sleeping. The less emphasis you put on quote unquote needing to sleep, the easier sleep will return. And you'll notice that when you truly stop caring about how much sleep you get or don't get, you'll get sleepy again. As you can see, there's a bit of reverse psychology going on here, but it works with practice. You gotta take it day by day. So for tonight, forget trying to sleep, no matter how much sleep you had the night before or the night before that. Make a plan to watch your favorite movies. Keep it light, such as a comedy. Pop some popcorn. Make it a plan to stay up and watch as many movies as you can. Don't worry about how much sleep you're gonna get or how tired you're gonna be the next morning. Yeah, you might be tired, but you'll get through the day. You always do. It's very interesting how insomniacs worry about being tired the next day, yet they always make it through. Yeah, you may be a little sluggish or foggy, perhaps, but you'll make it. The more you accept being awake and stop trying to sleep when you're wide awake, the more you will lower this hyper-arousal and fear of being awake. Just remember, for chronic insomnia, the fear of being awake or what might happen to you is your biggest barrier to sleep oftentimes. But the good news is it's 100% curable with practice. Take it from someone who struggled with insomnia for over a year and cured it without meds. Hyper-arousal and fear of being awake is real. It was for me, and it was single-handedly the reason my insomnia lasted so long. No doubt this is playing a role for you too. You got this. Good luck and thanks for watching.